Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Learn English with Podcast Conversation. I'm Thomas, and today we're talking about the role of teachers in English learning. If you're new here, we upload English learning podcasts to help you learn new phrases and develop better understanding in English.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jennifer, and I'm so glad you're here with us today. Teachers play such an important role in guiding us through the challenges of learning English. Let's explore how they make a difference and share tips to make the most of your learning experience with a teacher. Teachers are often the foundation of a learner's success in English. They provide structure, explain grammar rules, and answer questions. A good teacher motivates students and creates an environment where learners feel confident and eager to participate.
Absolutely, Jennifer. Teachers also tailor lessons to suit different learning styles. Whether you're a visual learner who prefers images or someone who learns by doing, a teacher can adjust their methods to make lessons more effective and engaging.
Another key role teachers play is identifying common mistakes. They notice patterns and errors and provide constructive feedback. This not only helps students improve but also prevents them from repeating the same mistakes over and over again.
Right. Teachers also help in setting realistic goals. They understand where you are in your learning journey and guide you toward milestones that are challenging yet achievable. This keeps students motivated and on track.
Teachers can also make learning enjoyable through activities like role-playing, group discussions, and interactive games. They transform what could feel like hard work into a fun and rewarding experience. This boosts a student's enthusiasm for learning.
One of the most valuable aspects of having a teacher is their ability to answer questions on the spot. Self-study is important, but having an expert to clarify doubts immediately can save time and prevent confusion. It's like having a personal guide on your learning journey.
They also encourage speaking practice, which is vital for English learners. Speaking in front of a teacher builds confidence and provides an opportunity to get real-time feedback on pronunciation and sentence structure.
Exactly, Jennifer, and let's not forget how teachers can introduce cultural elements like idioms or slang that you might not learn from textbooks. This adds richness to your understanding of English and helps you sound more natural in conversations.
A strong relationship between teacher and student is crucial. When students trust their teacher, they feel comfortable asking questions and expressing doubts. This creates a positive learning environment where growth happens naturally.
Trust is key, Jennifer. Students should feel safe making mistakes because mistakes are part of learning. A teacher who encourages effort rather than just focusing on results helps build that trust and makes students more willing to take risks in their language practice.
Communication is another important factor. Students should let their teacher know what works for them and what doesn't. Open communication helps teachers adjust their approach, ensuring that lessons are both effective and enjoyable.
Good point. Regular feedback goes both ways. While teachers provide feedback to students, students should also share their learning experiences with the teacher. This creates a collaborative effort and helps both parties achieve better outcomes.
It's also important for students to show appreciation for their teachers. A simple thank you or acknowledgement of their efforts can go a long way in building mutual respect and a supportive learning environment.
Absolutely, Jennifer. Teachers are often juggling multiple responsibilities, and knowing that their efforts are valued motivates them to give their best. A positive relationship benefits everyone involved in the learning process.
Consistency is another key element. Students should attend classes regularly and actively participate. When teachers see commitment from their students, they're more likely to invest extra effort to help them succeed.
That's a great point. And lastly, remember that learning is a partnership. Teachers provide the tools, but it's up to the students to use them effectively. When both teacher and student work together, the results are truly amazing.
To get the most out of classroom learning, students should prepare before attending. Reviewing previous lessons or reading about the topic in advance helps them engage more actively in class and ask relevant questions.
Preparation makes a huge difference, Jennifer. Another tip is to take detailed notes during class. Writing things down not only helps you remember them, but also gives you something to review later. Notes are like a personal reference guide.
Active participation is equally important. Don't be afraid to answer questions or share your thoughts, even if you're unsure. Teachers appreciate effort, and participating helps you practice speaking and listening in a real-time environment.
Yes, participation is key. Also, make sure to review and practice what you've learned right after class. Revisiting the material within 24 hours helps solidify your memory and ensures that you retain the information for longer.
Group activities can be another great way to learn. Collaborating with classmates on projects or discussions helps you see different perspectives and exposes you to varied vocabulary and sentence structures.
That's a fantastic point. Group work also encourages teamwork and communication, which are essential skills in any language. Plus, it gives you a chance to practice in a more informal setting, which can be less intimidating than speaking in front of the whole class.
Students should also make use of additional resources recommended by their teachers, like books, apps, or websites. These resources often complement the lessons and offer more opportunities to practice outside the classroom.
Exactly, and don't hesitate to ask questions if you're confused about something. Teachers are there to help, and clarifying doubts immediately can prevent bigger misunderstandings later. Take full advantage of their expertise.
Teachers don't just teach, they inspire. A great teacher motivates students by celebrating small successes and encouraging them to keep pushing forward. This positivity makes students feel that learning English is achievable and worth the effort.
Exactly, Jennifer. Teachers often set the tone for a student's learning experience. Their energy and enthusiasm can make students excited about learning. When a teacher believes in a student's potential, it can transform the way the student approaches challenges. Teachers also serve as role models for language use. The way they speak, pronounce words, and structure sentences gives students a living example to follow. It's like having a guide who demonstrates what fluency looks and sounds like. That's such an important point. Watching and listening to a teacher can teach more than just language. It teaches communication skills, confidence, and even cultural nuances. These lessons go beyond textbooks and are invaluable for real-world use.
Teachers also help students understand that progress takes time. They remind us that it's okay to struggle and that every mistake is a step toward improvement. This mindset helps students stay patient and consistent in their learning journey.
Absolutely. Teachers often share their own experiences of learning or teaching, which can make the process feel more relatable. Knowing that even experts had to work hard can inspire students to stay determined and keep practicing.
Another aspect of motivation is creating goals. A teacher might suggest short-term objectives like learning 10 new words a week or mastering a specific grammar point. Achieving these goals builds confidence and shows students how far they've come.
Well said. Teachers can also encourage curiosity. By asking thought-provoking questions or introducing new topics, they spark interest and make students want to learn more. Curiosity is a powerful driver in language acquisition.
Pronunciation is one of the trickiest parts of learning English, and teachers play a huge role in helping students master it. They can demonstrate correct sounds, highlight common mistakes, and provide exercises to practice tricky words or sounds.
That's so true, Jennifer. Teachers can also introduce techniques like breaking words into syllables or practicing with tongue twisters. These methods might seem simple, but they're highly effective for improving clarity and fluency in speaking.
Teachers are also great at helping students sound natural. They can teach connected speech, stress patterns, and intonation. This helps students go beyond robotic pronunciation and develop a rhythm that's closer to native speakers.
Exactly, and practicing with a teacher allows students to get immediate feedback. They can correct mispronunciations on the spot and explain why certain sounds are pronounced in a particular way. This kind of guidance is invaluable.
Confidence in speaking often starts with a teacher's encouragement. When a teacher praises your effort and improvement, it boosts your self-esteem. Over time, this confidence translates into better performance in conversations and presentations.
That's a great point. Teachers also create a safe space for speaking practice. Knowing that it's okay to make mistakes during a lesson helps students experiment with new words and phrases without fear of judgment.
Additionally, teachers can introduce real-life speaking scenarios. Whether it's ordering food at a restaurant or introducing yourself at a meeting, practicing these situations in class prepares students for actual conversations.
Absolutely, and by role-playing these scenarios, students not only practice speaking but also learn cultural cues like when to use polite phrases or how to respond appropriately in different settings. This practical knowledge is crucial.
Writing is another area where teachers make a big impact. They guide students in organizing their thoughts, choosing the right words, and structuring sentences properly. This makes writing clear and effective.
That's right, Jennifer. Teachers also provide valuable feedback on writing assignments. They point out areas for improvement, such as grammar or punctuation errors, and suggest ways to enhance the overall quality of the text.
Teachers often introduce students to different writing styles like formal letters, essays, or creative writing. This variety helps learners adapt their writing skills to different contexts, which is crucial for both academic and professional settings.
Exactly. Teachers also emphasize the importance of proofreading. They teach students to review their work for mistakes and ensure clarity. This habit not only improves the quality of writing but also helps students learn from their errors.
Writing assignments given by teachers are an excellent way to practice. Whether it's a short paragraph or a detailed essay, these tasks encourage students to apply what they've learned in class and express their ideas effectively.
And teachers can introduce tools and resources like dictionaries or grammar apps to support writing practice. These tools help students refine their work and expand their vocabulary, making their writing more polished and impactful.
Another key contribution of teachers is encouraging creativity. They inspire students to think outside the box and express their unique perspectives through writing. This not only enhances skills, but also makes writing more enjoyable.
That's a fantastic point. Teachers often challenge students to step out of their comfort zones, whether by writing on unfamiliar topics or experimenting with new formats. This pushes students to grow and discover their full potential.
Grammar is often considered the backbone of any language, and teachers are instrumental in helping students master it. They provide clear explanations of complex rules, offer practical examples, and give students a solid foundation for understanding sentence structures.
That's a crucial role, Jennifer. Teachers simplify difficult concepts by breaking them down into smaller parts. They teach students not just the rules, but also the patterns that make grammar easier to grasp and use effectively in everyday conversations.
Teachers also provide exercises and activities that reinforce grammar concepts. Whether through worksheets, quizzes, or interactive tasks, these practices give students the opportunity to apply what they've learned and get immediate feedback on their mistakes.
Exactly. By providing plenty of practice, teachers allow students to internalize grammar structures. They help students understand that making mistakes is a natural part of the process and that consistent practice is key to mastering grammar.
One important way teachers help with grammar is through context. By using real-life examples, they show students how grammar functions in everyday communication, which makes it more relevant and easier to understand.
Teachers also teach the importance of consistency. They emphasize the need to practice grammar regularly to reinforce learning. This helps students build a strong foundation that they can rely on when speaking or writing in English.
What's great about grammar lessons with a teacher is the personal attention. Teachers can identify which areas a student struggles with the most and focus on those, offering extra exercises or tips tailored to individual needs.
Absolutely. This personalized approach ensures that students don't feel overwhelmed. Teachers can pace the lessons according to each student's understanding, making sure no one gets left behind while reinforcing the lessons at the right speed.
Teachers not only teach the language, but also introduce students to the culture behind it. Learning English isn't just about memorizing words. It's about understanding the context in which they're used. Teachers help students connect language to real-world experiences.
That's such an important aspect, Jennifer. Teachers can introduce cultural references, idioms, and expressions that are often used in native English-speaking countries. These elements enrich the learning experience and make conversations more authentic.
Exactly, a good teacher explains the cultural significance of certain words or phrases, so students understand when and how to use them properly. For example, knowing when to use formal versus informal language in different social situations is essential.
Right, Jennifer, teachers also help students navigate the nuances of humor, politeness, and even body language, which are essential for effective communication. Understanding these cultural cues allows students to fit in better during real-life conversations.
Teachers also provide context for historical and social events that shape the language. Whether it's understanding the use of British English versus American English or explaining certain slang, this cultural knowledge enhances a student's fluency and confidence.
Yes, and teachers often share personal anecdotes or stories that help students relate to the culture. This not only makes the lesson more engaging, but also gives students a deeper appreciation for the English-speaking world and its diverse cultures.
Another important aspect is helping students understand social norms, such as how to greet someone, when to use formal titles, and how to engage in polite conversation. These cultural insights are often overlooked but are vital for effective communication.
Exactly. Without this cultural understanding, students may find themselves unintentionally offending someone or using language inappropriately. Teachers guide them through these challenges, ensuring they're prepared for all situations.
One of the most important roles of a teacher is to be a support system. Learning a new language can be challenging, and teachers provide encouragement and a sense of security. Their support helps students believe in their ability to improve and succeed.
I agree. Jennifer, a teacher's support goes beyond the classroom. They create an environment where students feel safe to ask questions, make mistakes, and learn without fear of judgment. This emotional safety boosts confidence.
A supportive teacher also listens. When students struggle with certain aspects of language learning, a good teacher listens to their concerns and adjusts lessons to make the learning experience more manageable and effective.
Absolutely. Teachers are not just instructors. They're mentors. They build students' confidence by recognizing their progress, no matter how small. This constant positive reinforcement makes a huge difference in a student's attitude toward learning.
Teachers also motivate students by celebrating achievements. Whether it's mastering a difficult grammar rule or speaking confidently in front of the class, teachers acknowledge these milestones and remind students of how far they've come.
That's right. This kind of motivation helps students stay focused on their goals. When a teacher shows belief in their abilities, it inspires students to push forward, even when they face challenges or feel frustrated with their progress.
Teachers help students understand that learning English is a journey, not a race. They teach patience, persistence, and the importance of enjoying the learning process. This mindset makes learning more enjoyable and less stressful.
Exactly. Teachers are essential in helping students build resilience. They guide students through tough moments and show them how to stay positive. By providing a steady presence and practical advice, teachers make the learning process more rewarding.
Teachers serve as role models for their students. They demonstrate the behavior and skills students aim to develop, like clear pronunciation, proper grammar, and effective communication. Watching a teacher speak confidently can inspire students to do the same.
Absolutely, Jennifer. Teachers set the standard for language use, and their students often emulate their speaking style. When a teacher speaks clearly and uses varied vocabulary, it motivates students to expand their own skills and strive for fluency.
More than just language skills, teachers model how to be curious and open-minded learners. By showing enthusiasm for the subject, they instill a sense of excitement and curiosity in their students. This attitude makes learning more engaging and enjoyable.
That's true. Teachers also model patience and perseverance. When students see their teacher encouraging questions and calmly addressing mistakes, they learn that it's okay to stumble along the way as long as they keep trying and learning.
Teachers can also demonstrate the importance of active listening. By listening carefully to their students and responding thoughtfully, they teach a vital skill for effective communication. It's a great way to show students the power of understanding others.
Exactly, Jennifer. Teachers also model adaptability. Language learners face ever-changing challenges, and when teachers adapt their teaching style to meet the needs of the class, students see how flexibility can help them overcome obstacles in their learning journey.
And let's not forget how teachers can inspire students to think critically. Through thought-provoking questions and discussions, they encourage students to analyze and express their ideas in English, which builds both language and cognitive skills.
Absolutely, Jennifer. By being a positive example, teachers create an environment of trust and growth. When students see their teacher's dedication and passion, they feel inspired to approach their own learning journey with the same energy and determination.
Listening is one of the most challenging aspects of language learning, and teachers play a crucial role in helping students improve. They expose students to diverse accents, speech rates, and context, which builds a student's ability to understand spoken English.
Exactly, Jennifer. Teachers use activities like listening exercises, audio recordings, and even storytelling to immerse students in real-life scenarios. This practice helps students become more familiar with the rhythm and patterns of English speech.
Teachers also teach students strategies for effective listening, like focusing on keywords, predicting meaning based on context, and asking clarifying questions. These techniques are invaluable for understanding conversations in English.
Absolutely. Another benefit of learning with a teacher is immediate feedback. Teachers can point out areas where a student might be struggling to understand and provide tips or exercises to address those weaknesses, making the learning process more efficient.
Teachers also introduce students to the importance of listening for tone and emotion. Understanding how something is said, not just what is said, is a critical part of effective communication. This is where teachers' guidance really makes a difference.
That's a great point. Teachers often use role-playing activities to simulate real-life interactions. This gives students a chance to practice active listening in a safe and supportive environment, helping them gain confidence for real-world conversations.
Teachers can also recommend resources like podcasts, audiobooks, or movies that match a student's language level. This exposure to natural speech outside the classroom reinforces listening skills and boosts comprehension over time.
Absolutely. Teachers not only teach listening skills, but also inspire a love for learning. By introducing enjoyable activities and materials, they encourage students to explore English on their own, making the journey both productive and fun.
Consistency is key in language learning, and teachers are there to keep students on track. Through structured lessons and regular practice, they ensure that students don't lose momentum, which is critical for making steady progress.
That's so true, Jennifer. Teachers provide schedules and routines that encourage students to practice daily, whether it's reviewing vocabulary, completing assignments, or engaging in conversation. This regularity helps solidify language skills over time.
Teachers also set realistic goals for their students. By breaking down the learning process into manageable steps, they make it easier for students to see progress, which boosts motivation and keeps them committed to their learning journey.
Exactly. Teachers are like guides, showing students how to set priorities. They help learners focus on essential skills first, like basic grammar and vocabulary, and gradually introduce more complex topics, ensuring a smooth progression.
Consistency also comes from the teacher's feedback. When students receive regular feedback on their work, they understand what they're doing well and what needs improvement. This clarity helps them stay focused and make meaningful progress.
Absolutely, Jennifer. Teachers also encourage students to keep practicing outside of the classroom. By recommending practical activities like journaling, speaking with friends, or watching English content, they make learning part of the student's daily routine.
And let's not forget how teachers encourage resilience. They remind students that setbacks are part of the process and motivate them to stay consistent even when things get tough. This persistence often leads to greater long-term success.
You're right. Teachers teach more than just the language. They teach habits by instilling discipline and consistency. They equip students with the tools they need to continue learning English effectively, even after formal lessons end.
Motivation is crucial when learning a language, and teachers play a key role in keeping students inspired. They encourage students by celebrating even small successes, which builds confidence and reminds learners that progress is possible with effort.
I completely agree, Jennifer. A teacher's enthusiasm can be contagious. When they show genuine excitement about teaching and about the English language, it inspires students to approach their learning journey with the same energy and positivity.
Teachers also help students overcome fear and anxiety. Many beginners feel nervous about making mistakes. A supportive teacher reassures them that mistakes are part of learning and creates a safe space where they feel comfortable practicing.
That's a great point. Teachers often use personal stories or relatable examples to show that even they once struggled with language learning. This helps students see that challenges are normal and that success is achievable with persistence.
Motivational techniques like setting challenges or gamifying lessons also make learning fun. A teacher might use quizzes, games, or friendly competitions to engage students, which keeps their interest alive and makes lessons enjoyable.
Exactly. Teachers also encourage students to dream big. They help learners envision the benefits of knowing English, like traveling confidently, connecting with people worldwide, or advancing their careers. These goals keep students driven to succeed.
And let's not forget how teachers connect with students personally. By understanding their interests and goals, teachers can tailor lessons to make them more engaging and relevant, further boosting a student's motivation to learn.
Absolutely. A motivated teacher inspires motivated students. By staying positive, encouraging, and creative, teachers ensure their students feel supported and excited about their journey, no matter how challenging it might seem at times.
Every student learns differently, and teachers excel at identifying what works best for each learner. Some students prefer visual aids, while others benefit from listening exercises or interactive activities. Teachers adapt their methods to meet these needs.
That's true. Jennifer, teachers also assess a student's strengths and weaknesses. If a student struggles with grammar but excels in vocabulary, the teacher can focus on grammar lessons while encouraging vocabulary growth through advanced exercises.
Customizing lessons helps students feel more engaged. For example, a teacher might use topics that interest a student, like sports, music, or travel, to teach vocabulary and grammar. This approach keeps learning relevant and enjoyable.
Absolutely. Teachers also know when to push students and when to give them space to absorb. By balancing challenging tasks with simpler ones, they help students build confidence while gradually improving their skills.
Another benefit of individualized learning is that it helps students progress at their own pace. Some students may need more time to grasp certain concepts, and teachers ensure they receive the support they need without feeling rushed.
Right. Teachers also offer personalized feedback, which is essential for growth. Instead of general comments, they point out specific areas for improvement and provide clear suggestions, which makes learning more targeted and effective.
Teachers can also recommend resources based on a student's interests and level. Whether it's recommending books, apps, or podcasts, these suggestions help students practice on their own while staying aligned with their goals.
Exactly. By tailoring their approach, teachers show students that their learning journey is unique and valuable. This not only improves results, but also fosters a sense of connection and trust between the teacher and the student.
Communication is at the heart of language learning, and teachers play a crucial role in helping students develop this skill. Through conversation practice, role-playing, and group discussions, they create opportunities for students to speak and interact in English.
Absolutely, Jennifer. Teachers guide students in structuring their sentences correctly and using the right expressions. By correcting mistakes gently and providing examples, they help learners build clarity and fluency in their speech.
Teachers also emphasize the importance of active listening in communication. They teach students how to understand context, pick up on key details, and respond appropriately, which is essential for holding meaningful conversations.
That's a great point. Teachers often simulate real-life scenarios, like ordering at a restaurant or asking for directions to prepare students for everyday interactions. This practical approach builds confidence and equips students with useful phrases.
Another way teachers help is by introducing cultural context. Understanding cultural norms and expressions enhances communication. For instance, knowing when to use formal or informal language makes interactions more natural and effective.
Exactly. Teachers also encourage students to step out of their comfort zones by participating in group activities or speaking in front of the class. These experiences improve public speaking skills and reduce the fear of making mistakes.
And let's not forget how teachers foster collaboration among students. Pairing learners for dialogue practice or group projects encourages teamwork and helps them learn from each other's strengths and perspectives.
Absolutely. By focusing on communication, teachers equip students with skills that go beyond the classroom. They prepare learners to engage confidently in real-world conversations, making English not just a subject but a tool for connection.
Every learner faces obstacles, and teachers act as guides to help navigate these challenges. For instance, when students struggle with pronunciation, teachers patiently model correct sounds and provide exercises to practice, ensuring steady improvement.
You're right, Jennifer. Teachers also help learners overcome the fear of speaking in front of others. By fostering a supportive environment, they encourage students to participate, reminding them that mistakes are normal and part of the learning process.
Another challenge is staying consistent with practice. Teachers often provide structured routines, like daily vocabulary exercises or weekly writing assignments, which keeps students on track and motivated to build their skills gradually.
Exactly, and when students feel stuck or lose confidence, teachers act as motivators. They remind learners of their progress, however small, and share practical advice to keep them moving forward, preventing discouragement.
Teachers also help students manage complex grammar rules. Breaking these rules into simpler concepts and using relatable examples makes it easier for learners to understand and apply them in speaking or writing.
That's so important. Teachers also adapt to a student's pace. If someone finds a particular topic difficult, teachers revisit it using alternative explanations or engaging activities to ensure comprehension without overwhelming the learner.
And let's not forget how teachers guide students in using tools like dictionaries or apps to enhance self-learning. This teaches students to be independent while still benefiting from their teachers' expertise.
Absolutely. Teachers are more than instructors, they're problem solvers. By addressing individual struggles and finding tailored solutions, they empower students to overcome barriers and continue their language journey confidently.
Confidence is a cornerstone of effective communication, and teachers play a major role in building it. They encourage students to use English regularly, whether in class discussions or simple conversations, creating a habit of active use.
That's true. Jennifer, teachers also create safe spaces where students can practice without fear of judgment. By celebrating small wins, like using new words correctly, they boost confidence and show students that progress is achievable.
Role-playing activities are another way teachers help. Simulating real-life situations, like job interviews or casual chats, allows students to practice speaking naturally. These exercises prepare them for real-world interactions.
Absolutely. Teachers also challenge students to set realistic goals, such as learning 5 new words a week. Achieving these goals builds a sense of accomplishment and motivates students to aim higher in their language learning.
Another strategy is feedback. Constructive criticism, paired with positive reinforcement, helps students understand their strengths and areas for improvement. This balance encourages growth without discouraging them.
Yes, and storytelling is another tool. Teachers often share personal language learning experiences, showing students that everyone starts somewhere. These stories inspire learners to persevere despite challenges.
Teachers also encourage students to step outside the classroom by watching movies, reading books, or joining language groups. Engaging with English in different settings strengthens their skills and boosts confidence in using them.
Exactly, by consistently providing encouragement, creating opportunities to practice, and reinforcing progress, teachers transform hesitant learners into confident English speakers ready to tackle any challenge.
Learning English isn't just about acquiring a skill. It's about embracing a lifelong journey. Teachers ignite this passion by showing how English opens doors to new cultures, ideas, and experiences, making learning feel rewarding.
That's so true, Jennifer. When teachers introduce engaging materials like songs, movies, or interesting articles, they make learning enjoyable. Students start associating English with fun, which motivates them to explore it further on their own.
Teachers also highlight the practical benefits of English. From advancing careers to connecting with people globally, understanding how English impacts life inspires students to continue learning beyond the classroom.
Absolutely. Teachers often encourage curiosity by posing questions or discussing fascinating topics. This sparks interest, encouraging students to research, read, and learn more in English, fostering a deeper connection to the language.
Language clubs or projects organized by teachers are another way to engage learners. Participating in group activities helps students see English as a tool for collaboration and self-expression, not just a subject to study.
That's a great point. Teachers also introduce students to inspiring role models, writers, leaders, or influencers who've excelled with English. Knowing how others have benefited from learning English can motivate students to strive for their goals.
And let's not overlook how teachers adapt to changing trends. By integrating technology and modern resources like apps and online platforms, they show students how to keep learning effectively in a rapidly evolving world.
Exactly. Teachers don't just teach English, they inspire a lifelong appreciation for it. By connecting learning to real-world benefits and making it enjoyable, they ensure students continue their journey long after formal lessons end.
One of the most impactful roles teachers play is personalizing the learning experience. Not all students learn the same way, so teachers tailor lessons to fit individual needs. For example, they may use visuals for visual learners or engage auditory learners with spoken exercises.
That's such an important point, Jennifer. Personalized approaches also mean adapting to different skill levels within the same class. Advanced students might get challenging writing tasks, while beginners focus on basic sentence structures to build their foundation.
Absolutely, Thomas. Teachers also use one-on-one sessions to address specific challenges, like difficulty in understanding accents or forming questions. These focused interactions help students progress faster than generalized lessons.
Exactly. They also incorporate students' interests into lessons. If someone loves sports, the teacher might introduce vocabulary about football or basketball, making learning both relatable and enjoyable. It's a clever way to keep students engaged.
And technology is another tool. Teachers recommend apps or websites that suit each student's learning style. For example, someone struggling with vocabulary might benefit from flashcard apps, while another learner might use interactive grammar games.
I agree, Jennifer. Teachers also monitor progress and adjust plans as needed. If a student excels in reading but struggles in speaking, they'll focus on conversational activities. This flexibility ensures balanced development in all areas of English.
Lastly, teachers help students set personal learning goals. These goals, whether it's writing a short story or mastering a specific pronunciation, keep learners motivated. Achieving them builds confidence and keeps the passion for English alive.
That's right. Personalized learning isn't just effective. It's empowering. By recognizing and addressing individual needs, teachers make the learning journey more meaningful and enjoyable for every student.
The influence of teachers often extends far beyond the classroom walls. They teach not just English, but also life skills, like critical thinking and time management, which helps students tackle real-world challenges confidently.
You're absolutely right, Jennifer. Teachers also mentor students on building resilience. For example, when learners feel discouraged by slow progress, teachers remind them that setbacks are normal and encourage them to stay committed to their goals.
That's a great point, Thomas. Teachers also inspire teamwork. Through group activities, they show students how to collaborate effectively in English, which is a valuable skill in professional and social settings.
Definitely. Teachers also expose students to different perspectives by discussing global topics like culture or current events. This not only improves language skills, but also broadens their understanding of the world around them.
And don't forget their role in fostering creativity. Teachers encourage students to write poems, create presentations, or even act out scenes in English, helping them express themselves uniquely and confidently.
That's so true, Jennifer. Teachers also guide students on how to continue learning independently. They introduce resources like online courses, podcasts, and books, ensuring that students remain lifelong learners even after formal lessons end.
And teachers celebrate milestones, big or small. Whether it's pronouncing a tricky word or writing a coherent essay, these celebrations make students feel proud and reinforce their love for learning English.
Exactly. Teachers build a foundation that stays with students forever. Their lessons go beyond grammar and vocabulary, shaping learners into confident individuals ready to use English in all aspects of life.
Learning English opens up a world of opportunities, and teachers act as the bridge to these possibilities. They guide students in applying for international programs, scholarships, or even jobs where English proficiency is required.
That's so true, Jennifer. Teachers also prepare students for global certifications like IELTS or TOEFL by focusing on test-specific skills like essay writing or listening comprehension. They help learners achieve their dreams of studying or working abroad.
Absolutely. Teachers also introduce students to global cultures through language. By using real-life examples from different countries, like idioms or customs, they make English learning feel like a gateway to the world.
That's a great point. Teachers also organize events like language fairs or pen pal exchanges, where students can interact with English speakers from other countries. These experiences make learning practical and exciting.
And let's not forget how teachers mentor students in professional English, like crafting resumes or preparing for interviews. They ensure that learners can confidently present themselves in global settings.
You're right. Teachers also encourage students to engage with global media, like reading international news or watching English shows. This expands their vocabulary and exposes them to different accents and styles of communication.
Finally, teachers inspire students to dream big. By sharing success stories of past learners who've excelled with English, they motivate current students to see the language as a tool for endless possibilities.
Exactly, Jennifer. Teachers are connectors to a broader world. By providing skills, opportunities, and inspiration, they empower learners to use English as a passport to global success.
A teacher's role goes beyond academic guidance. They are often a pillar of emotional support for learners. Students might feel overwhelmed by the complexities of English, and teachers are there to reassure them that mistakes are a natural part of the learning process.
That's so true, Jennifer. Teachers often act as cheerleaders, celebrating small wins like using a new word correctly or completing a challenging assignment. This positivity builds confidence and encourages students to push through moments of doubt.
Exactly. Teachers also create a safe environment where learners feel comfortable asking questions. When students know they won't be judged for their errors, they're more likely to take risks, experiment with language, and ultimately grow.
Absolutely. Teachers also show empathy. They understand that students come from diverse backgrounds with different levels of exposure to English. By acknowledging these differences, teachers adapt their approach to meet learners where they are.
And let's not overlook how teachers manage classroom dynamics. They ensure that quieter students have the opportunity to speak and express themselves, fostering inclusivity and building everyone's confidence equally.
That's a fantastic point. Teachers also teach students to be patient with themselves. Language learning is a marathon, not a sprint, and having a teacher who reminds you of this can make all the difference in staying motivated.
Finally, teachers model resilience themselves. They show students how to handle challenges like understanding a difficult text by breaking it down step by step. This approach teaches students not only the language but also how to tackle problems effectively.
Exactly. Teachers provide a unique blend of academic and emotional support. By addressing both the heart and the mind, they create a learning experience that is enriching, inspiring, and transformative for their students.
Teachers are not just instructors, they're also facilitators of peer learning. They encourage students to collaborate, whether it's through group projects or classroom discussions, which helps learners practice English in a more interactive and dynamic way.
That's a great point, Jennifer. Group activities give students a chance to learn from each other's strengths. For example, a student who excels in grammar might help someone struggling with sentence structure, creating a collaborative learning environment.
Exactly, Thomas. Peer learning also mirrors real-world communication. In daily life, we often learn by observing and interacting with others. Teachers replicate this by fostering teamwork and encouraging students to share their ideas openly.
Absolutely. Teachers also use peer feedback to enhance learning. When students review each other's work, like essays or presentations, they develop critical thinking skills and learn to express constructive feedback in English.
And let's not forget how peer learning boosts confidence. When students work together, they realize that others face similar challenges. This shared experience helps them feel less isolated and more motivated to improve.
So true. Jennifer, peer learning also reinforces accountability. When students know their group is depending on them, they put in extra effort to complete tasks, improving their skills and discipline in the process.
Teachers also use peer learning to introduce diversity in perspectives. By encouraging students from different cultural or linguistic backgrounds to share their viewpoints, the learning process becomes richer and more inclusive.
Exactly. Peer learning, guided by a teacher, is a powerful tool. It fosters communication, collaboration, and confidence, equipping students with skills that are essential both inside and outside the classroom.
In today's digital age, teachers are harnessing technology to make English learning more accessible and engaging. They use tools like video lessons, online quizzes, and language apps to supplement traditional teaching methods, enhancing the overall experience.
That's such an important point, Jennifer. Technology allows teachers to bring real-world English into the classroom. For instance, they can use news clips, podcasts, or even YouTube videos to expose students to different accents, vocabularies, and contexts.
Exactly, Thomas. Teachers also use interactive platforms like Zoom or Google Classroom for virtual learning. These platforms make it easier for students to participate from anywhere in the world, breaking geographical barriers to education.
Absolutely. Online tools also help teachers track progress more effectively. With features like automated quizzes and personalized feedback, they can identify a student's strengths and weaknesses and adjust lessons accordingly.
And let's not forget about gamified learning. Teachers use apps like Duolingo or Quizlet to turn vocabulary building or grammar practice into fun, competitive activities that keep students engaged and motivated.
So true. Jennifer, technology also enables teachers to diversify their teaching resources. For instance, using books, digital flashcards, or online forums gives students more options to explore English at their own pace.
Another benefit is accessibility. Teachers can record lessons and share them with students who missed class or want to review. This ensures that everyone can learn at their own speed without feeling left behind.
Exactly. Technology has transformed the way teachers approach English learning. By integrating digital tools, they create a flexible and immersive learning environment that caters to the needs of modern students.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn English with Podcast Conversation. Today, we explored the vital role teachers play in guiding and inspiring English learners. From providing emotional support to leveraging technology, teachers are truly the backbone of effective learning.
That's right, Jennifer. Remember, whether you're in a classroom or learning independently, the guidance of a teacher can make a world of difference. If you're new here, don't forget to check out our previous episodes for more tips on improving your English skills.
And if you like this episode, please subscribe to our podcast, share it with your friends, and leave us a review. Your feedback helps us create more content that meets your learning needs.
You can also follow us on social media for daily tips and updates. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to keep practicing. Each day, even small efforts in learning English can lead to big improvements over time.
Stay consistent, stay curious, and keep learning. We'll see you next time with another exciting episode to help you on your English learning journey.
Until then, take care and keep practicing. Bye for now.
Goodbye, everyone, and happy learning!